You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right, I gotta put the glasses on.
Right. No, we're thankful, man. We're here
Yeah.
at Michael T's, and you know, we're thankful for the place and all the good food and great food that they provide. The tequila, he features it here at Michael T's. He has several locations. Another one on Tropicana. But today they have a great event.
Today and every Sunday, by the way. So every Wednesday and every Sunday.
Every Wednesday and Sunday.
It is the Motown Legends from the Past. It's a tribute to Motown, obviously the great music. They do it Wednesdays in the afternoon.
Wednesday in the afternoons from 11 o'clock till.
Yeah, starting at 11 o'clock.
For about another 4 hours.
Yeah.
For about 4 hours, 11 to 3 o'clock. Right.
And then on Sunday, it's a dinner show from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. Early dinner seating at 3:30 p.m. Celebrate your birthday, your anniversary, and all other special occasions with us. Call for group and VIP reservations 702-444-8112. That's Michael T's Restaurant, 7315 West Warm Springs Road, Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're very happy to be here.
Right.
And
the greatest music you can think of came out of Motown. I believe this is my belief.
No doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it.
And it probably ties into a lot of what we're talking about today, which is the Raiders, right?
Exactly.
No.
Yes.
But no. So tell us about the Raiders, you know, and some of the things that you've experienced working with them currently, from their draft picks to some of the guys they kept over from last year's team. And,
right.
And what do you see as far as the future for the team this season? Then?
No doubt a big year for the Raiders. A lot of frustration. They started the year 6-3 last year, their first year in Las Vegas. Finished 8-8, so you do the math.
Right.
But you know, I tell people this all the time. Even when they were at 6-3, at their high water mark, in my job, you know, you try to get to the bottom of the story, and so you know, you check in with your sources throughout. And even at 6-3, the sense was from their key people, there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. There wasn't a, wow, we're 6-3, everything's perfect. It was really anything but. Like, they understood, got to fix the pass rush eventually, got to force more turnovers, got to get this defense squared away. In a lot of ways, they were winning in spite of their defense.
Right.
Some defensive issues. There were a lot of reasons for that. Yeah, they gave up 30 points a game last year. It's not acceptable.
Yeah, something like that.
So, and a lot of times, unless you know this, you know, you go into a season and eventually you have to play with what you have.
Right.
And issues that you have to get fixed, you kind of have to put them on the back burner and get to them at a certain point next offseason. And you just try to coach around your strengths and some of your weaknesses. So there was never a feeling like, oh, we're here at 6-3, everything's perfect. It was more, there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. I think in this off season,
because
they did a good job of fixing some of those things.
Yeah, I've seen that, and their draft picks are great, I believe, and the guys that they signed in free agency. But you was able to spend time with them at the OTAs, you know, and some people, you know, like they can only like come up with whatever they believe on what they read. You know, like they read in the paper, what they watch on ESPN.
Yeah.
But you was there front you with your own eyes watching and seeing the development and some of the improvements they made. You know, what was that like?
Yeah.
And who stood up to you? And
well, a couple of
what's
things.
What's their identity? I guess you know you can say that as well.
A couple of things. OTAs are important.
Yeah.
Truly important. Nobody in the league had a chance to go through OTAs last year because of COVID-19.
That's right.
I think it hurt certain teams more. And even with the Raiders, I feel like it hurt them more defensively than offensively. If you look at their offense last year, it was a veteran offense. You had a quarterback in Derek Carr going into year 3 with John Gruden. Darren Waller was an established player. Josh Jacobs was an established player. It was a veteran offensive line. They were able to navigate no OTAs a little bit better than a very young defense that was implementing a whole bunch of new faces. Corey Littleton, Nick Witkowski, Damon Arnett, Jonathan Abram had missed all of his rookie year.
That's right.
There was a lot of
it was his rookie year.
Yeah, exactly. And so it caught up to him. With talent, you know, inexperience, youth, chemistry, no foundation, maybe some coaching issues. But so having OTAs this year was critical. And it's interesting because, and I made this remark to somebody with the Raiders, just me seeing it from when we first came aboard in OTAs in, I think, early May or somewhere in May. to when they finished up, wrapped it all up in June, middle of June, you could see the progress. You can definitely
Right.
see that it was different from at that point than it was at this point.
From the
Which is
beginning.
what you want to see.
Yeah, it's definitely what you want to see. Is getting better. You got to get better
Yeah,
every day.
and it takes
day.
every
Whether it
day.
be a little bit or a lot, or just
Yeah.
try to get better every day.
Exactly, and
That's the goal.
And you know this, knowing football. Obviously, wins and losses happen in September, and October, and November, but teams are really built.
In the off season.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It's-
Championships are won in off season. That's
Yeah,
what I say.
right.
Right.
So getting back to the more natural way of doing things now that we're getting out of COVID-19, I thought was really important. I think Henry Ruggs, the young wide receiver, looked bigger and stronger and more decisive. I thought the defensive line looked
Exciting.
much deeper, much more skilled, bringing in Unique Ngakoue, Quentin Jefferson, Solomon Thomas,
Yeah, I love Solomon
Darius
Thomas.
Phylon,
Right.
Max Crosby looks like he's in great shape. Cleve Farrell looks
I
in
heard
great
he
shape.
put in the work, man. Crosby,
Yeah.
I've been following him.
Yeah, and so there were some lifestyle changes that he made,
Lifestyle changes.
and I think, you know, he didn't have the greatest year last year, and I think he'd be the first to admit it. He was also hurt, dealing with some injuries that required surgery after the season. I think that he's ready to bounce back, and when you look at that defensive line and the numbers, the depth of it, to me, there's no way they had 14 and a half sacks last year.
Yeah,
That's-
they got to improve in that department.
Yeah.
and
And
even stopping the run because
Yeah.
I think they were ranked 25 against the run,
Right.
and then 27th against the pass.
Right.
And people say, well, it's a pass. I said, no, if you can't stop the run, the pass is going to be worse.
Right.
Because that's always a defensive mindset, which is stop the run. That's
Right.
the first thing. You know, you got to stop the run, and then we defend the pass.
14 and a half sacks
That
from their
makes sense.
defensive line,
Right.
21 overall. It was way at the bottom of the NFL.
Yeah.
They're getting teams off the field on third downs. Their third down ratio
Which is a big down.
was third worst in the NFL.
Yeah, that's not
They had,
going
I
to win
think
many
they
games.
forced 15 turnovers,
Right.
third worst in the NFL. You're not gonna.
Yeah,
It's
not
hard to
winning a
win
lot of
games.
You're not, especially the close games.
Yeah,
the tight
when,
games, right?
when you're not forcing
Getting off the ball,
turnovers,
yeah, getting turnovers, forcing.
creating pressure. So if they and it's kind of hard to believe that they aren't going to get better in those areas, and if they do, even just marginally,
Right.
and
Yeah,
maybe in
big
some
difference.
cases significantly, yeah.
Right.
So I feel like what I saw on the defensive side of the ball, it just looked better.
It
Now,
looked better.
of course,
faster,
yeah,
younger,
faster,
athletic,
more skilled. Unique
Right.
Ngakoue looks different than everybody else.
Right,
There's a
right.
reason why he's Unique Ngakoue and has done the kind of things that he's done. Of course, you know, and as is any season, unless you know this, it's got to happen on the grass.
Right,
It's
right.
got to happen in the games. But to this point, I think the personnel decisions that they made, addressing the defensive line,
Right.
bringing in Casey Hayward, drafting Trayvon Morig,
Trayvon Moore, right?
yeah, bringing in Rasul Douglas, a veteran cornerback.
I think Casey Hayward would be a good one too because
Yeah.
because of his experience, a veteran experience.
I've been saying this on the radio show. You know, if you watch the Phoenix Suns, you know, they're a clear example of just let it play out sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, DeAndre Ayton
Hey,
all of a sudden emerged this year. Devin Booker is starting to really put it together. Cam Johnson, a couple other young
right?
players.
Couple of the other young
then
players.
look at what they did.
Yeah,
They bring in a Chris Paul.
a game away from going to the championship.
Yeah, they bring in Chris Paul. That's not a move that they make last year. Like
No.
last year, bringing in Chris
Right.
Paul wouldn't have made sense.
Probably wouldn't have been the same. Yeah.
Yeah, you're paying him $35 million, and the guys around him weren't ready.
No, they weren't ready.
But this year,
Perfect
they were
fit.
ready.
Perfect fit.
And
Maybe Yannick Ngakoue could be that
that's
guy.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Casey Hayward,
It could be,
especially
yeah, Casey Hayward. You're right, exactly.
for
Casey
that
Hayward.
defense. And I know a lot of Raider fans right now are upset because the win total prediction
Right.
is 7 wins.
Right, I saw that. I saw that
Okay.
yesterday. Yeah.
Going into last season, the Phoenix Suns,
I think they're going to get way.
38 wins
Yeah.
was what the Phoenix Suns were predicted to win. They won 52 games. So don't get caught up
Yeah.
in that. There's a lot of reasons why, you know, there's skepticism. You got to prove it, the track record, and there's a lot of reasons why that's the number that they came up with. But it doesn't mean that that's the number that it's going to end up being. The Phoenix Suns have shown that. I think the Raiders can be.
I think they can be just the same
Yeah.
story, man. I truly believe that. I believe they can go very far this year if they stay healthy.
Yeah,
right. That's
well,
a big part.
definitely.
Of it. So you know what? So it's like to wrap up today. Once again, this is a tribute to Motown brunch. Today is Wednesday, every Wednesday and Sunday. So if you're not doing nothing, you want to hear great music,
Great food.
great food,
And Bahuna tequila.
great tequila, and have a great time, come here on these days and at that hours. And listen, I love Motown music. I grew up on that. My mother loves it. I love it. And I'm sure you guys will too if you show up. Thank you.